And LSU has had a great season. They're seeded third coming into this competition. This is one of their stronger performers, especially on beam. So Valdez into a one-arm back handspring. Watch the flexibility. It's a very difficult turn. Slight break there.
Patty holds the school record on the beam with a 9.7 in the regionals last year.
Watch that balance. Nice high scale. Now she has the luxury of having a little bit more quiet than some of the other teams have had on balance beam. Utah's on a bye, so the crowd isn't quite as rowdy as they have been.
While we watch Patty, let me tell you that Monique Munson of Oregon State received a 9.35 on the floor exercise.
Again, showing off her flexibility. She's doing a nice, steady job here. LSU has been steady all year long. Dismount. Two back handsprings to a full twist.
A 9.55 for Patty Kickerfer of LSU. And what a year this has been for the Tigers. We'll be back. Welcome back to the Huntsman Center, and after two complete rotations, Florida and Oregon State top the leaderboard. The other leaders have completed only one rotation and a bye. Now, as the competitors move on, let's set the stage for you. On the vault will be the University of Georgia, the defending champion. Alabama goes to the bars. Utah will be on the balance beam, and LSU on the floor exercise. This is Gina Banyalis of Georgia, a 22-year-old senior from State College, Pennsylvania.
It's a Sukahara with a full twist and tuck position. Great ball. It's one of the more difficult vaults being done in this competition. It'll be scored out of a 10. So it should really help the Georgia team.
From the University of Utah, Lynn Lederer.
Lynn has always been steady on this event. Aerial front walkover.
She's a time-tested tournament veteran who was a member of the Utah championship teams.
Now watch this move. It's one she's done a long time. It's a Diamondov. Very difficult turn. Reverse full turn into a balance. She could point her toes a little bit harder.
I love the moonwalk.
She's moving quite well so far. Side roll. She's really had no breaks so far. Just a few little form deductions. Setting up for a dismount. Bound off. Double twist. Perfect landing. What a great routine, especially since she's a senior. Last competitive beam routine.
You think she likes it?
I think so.
How about the fans?
They're some of the best fans around, these Utah fans. Here's her dismount. Watch the landing. Perfectly tight twist.
9.65. That's a personal best for Lynn Lederer. Banyalis gets a 9.80, and that will certainly help the University of Georgia on the vault. On the uneven bars for Alabama, this freshman holds great promise.
I was watching Alabama in warm-ups, and they are superb on this event. Watch the swing and the amount of difficulty in their moves. Giant swing, nice high reverse heft. That's a big move in any level of gymnastics. Notice how she keeps good form throughout the routine. In front with a half dismount.
Rinker graduated from high school magna cum laude, and she may have graduated from the bars with the same honor.
One thing that's really helped the collegiate gymnast is being able to put the bars out farther.
9.60, an impressive score, and she's just a freshman. Rochelle Fruget is now ready for the floor exercise.
She has unusual tumbling passes. That was a front somersault through to a Rudy, or a front with a full and a half twist.
All the LSU competitors really look confident.
As they should be. They've had a good year. Front through to a full twist. She does a lot of front tumbling throughout her whole routine. I think she came down a little early on that handstand pirouette. Nice music change.
Keep in mind, there is activity at all 4 venues.
Tumbling run. It's a front handspring. Rudy into a back handspring. Every single pass contains some front tumbling. Good ending.
Look at this. I'd give her a 10. Marvatat's competition. .40 for Rochelle Fruget. So at the halfway point, Alabama is in the lead, followed closely by Utah and LSU. But remember, at the midpoint, UCLA by comparison would be in second place. They're in the clubhouse, having competed in the earlier session. We'll be back after this word from your local station. Huntsman Center on the campus of the University of Utah for the 1988 Women's Gymnastics Championships. A reminder that UCLA, our first session leader, has already completed its competition, and by comparison, the Bruins would be in second place at this point. Kathy, I guess the surprise is UCLA, which came in 7th seeded, had to perform earlier in the afternoon and yet hanging very tough.
Well, the story here is how close the competition is. Less than a point separates the top 4 teams, and in fact, less than 2.5 of a point separate the top 3 teams. UCLA at this point in the competition had competed in their top 2 scoring events, however.
Most of the attention now in the arena focuses on the home team, the Lady Utes on the floor exercise. LSU and Alabama have buys, and the defending national champs trying to hang in there.
You guys, no one ever said it was easy. Okay, we knew that coming in here, so last thing we said, it wasn't easy. But remember, you don't let up for a second, and you don't accept defeat. No way, no how. You're winners no matter how we come out.
Come on, you guys, we're not losers.
We're winners. You're not that far either. Come on, you guys. Last year, show me how strong you are.
And this is what they're all competing for, the championship trophy. Here is the 2-time champion on the bars, Georgia's Lucy Weiner.
And when Lucy's on, this routine is a beauty. Her work is flawless. She combines perfect swing with exciting release moves. There's one. Right into another front flip. Another release move. She moves so easily from bar to bar. Toe circle to handstand, and a front pike half dismount. Excellent routine. It's right up there with the best of them. Watch this move. It's so beautiful. Straddle over the high bar, catches an eagle grip, and goes right into a front flip.
A strong performance for the 5'2" junior psychology major. 9.80 for Lucy Weiner.
It's a big score, but they've still got a lot of ground to make up before they can move forward.
Amy Byspiel trying desperately to keep Florida alive, but even Amy realizes it would take a miracle for the Gators now.
I've really been impressed with Florida this year. They've come a long way since last year. Routines have gotten much better. They're not afraid to throw the difficult skills. And the choreography is so good. To round off, layout, step out. Tough break.
That could seal the fate for Ernestine Weaver in Florida. And as things thin out at the top of the leaderboard, the pressure seems to grow for Utah. Greg Marsden, the head coach there, and Alabama looking on and going to watch very closely to see what Utah does now.
You know that all these teams are very well aware of the scores they need to get in order to win.
Patty Muscles on the floor for Utah.
This is going to be a very important routine for Utah. They've already missed one routine that they want to drop, so the pressure is definitely on here.
That pressure probably compounded by the fact she's a freshman.
Well, that's true, but double tuck. All right, good landing. The one thing I'm most impressed with Utah is their way of encouraging each other. They have so much support. An important pass for her. It's a tough pass. Full twisting front, little low on the landing. She recovered well.
This is where the crowd can really help the Lady Utes.
It's a comfortable feeling being at home. Her last tumbling pass. Nice high double twist. Good landing. Strong routine.
Greg Marsden likes her effort. He also, though, Kathy, has to be very concerned.
This should allow them to drop their lowest score of 8-8, but they still have to count an 8-9-5, which could jeopardize their position.
They'll watch that leaderboard very closely. And with Alabama on a bye, Utah takes the lead, and first session leader UCLA theoretically in second place. Welcome back to the Women's Gymnastics Championships. 4 teams still very much in contention for the title. Utah and Georgia have a bye. Utah still very much alive, and LSU and Alabama both working in this rotation. Alabama moves on to the beam. Now keep in mind, Utah is on that bye in the locker room, so this should be no major distractions for the Crimson Tide. LSU, meanwhile, is on the vault, still very much in the hunt. Jennifer Lyerly is the Lady Tigers' best and All-American on this apparatus.
Jennifer's going to do a tuck front with a half twist, valued at 9.9. Nice height and a perfect landing. Very good vault. She has so much power. Lifts way up off the horse.
Coach D.B. Pollack liked it. A 9.6 for the 5'3" junior from Brandon, Mississippi. Now on the beam, Kathy Bilodeau of Alabama.
Nice mount. Round off, back handspring up onto the beam. She's considered by many to be the top performer in Alabama history.
As we come down the wire, keep in mind, each team uses 6 competitors per event. The top 5 scores are taken. The lowest score dropped to gain the total. And the team's total is cumulative.
She's very solid so far. She's very aggressive on this event. You see the quick, sharp movements.
Wow.
Nice back tuck somersault. You'll notice she frequently takes her eyes off the balance beam. Jump 1.5 twist. Very difficult dance move. Most girls keep their eyes glued to the balance beam. She takes the risk and looks out to the audience. Preparing for a dismount. Cartwheel, double twist. Good landing.
Kathy, you say she looks out to the audience. Does that help or hinder?
Well, in some cases, it will hinder a gymnast because they really want to keep their focus on the balance beam for balance.